We got ourselves Team Advo on first. Team Advo together with Kragar in the back. We got ourselves Sect. We got ourselves... Oh, Chokes, rather. We got ourselves Talon Rice as well as Tyrant as a Fury Warrior Nightfit by the looks of it. Abby getting rampaged on by Gehenna as a Feral Druid, already getting the bleeds in. Tyrant coming up pretty early for Advo with a decimated bonus. He's getting double stones onto Gehenna. We're going to be a trick out of the Feral with the Mortal Coil, sending him out in the other direction immediately. We shackles the Malediction used maybe early as Gehenna just leaps out of it. Is this your name? Samuel, my guy. Friday R for EU, Saturday R for NA. Thank you so much for joining. More melee, please. Yo, there's too many melee in the game. Come on, dude. What's up, you know? Hey, my man. Hope you guys enjoying the duels today. Gehenna is the one, actually, I think is Advo that's not really enjoying the duels. I guess a Feral Druid. Out of all the classes, you send me a Feral as a Necrolord? The dots, man, are just gonna melt him. Advo trying to go for a bit of a drain life. Just slight recovery through all the damage over time, because Gehenna just had some decent bleeds on Advo, but he threw down that swarm, and that's it. The dots went from decent to like really killer dots, like he's popping off cooldowns. These things are doing minimum 20% more damage. No, what is it, 25% more? I think it's 35 or 30 as a boomy, which either way, it still is a lot of damage. And if you run the conduit, amps the damage even more. Stun into Gehenna as Ava just tried to get some pets onto the Feral Druid, getting interrupted on Fear. Maybe locked down on this maim. Potentially full bleeds are rolling. That's a Flesh Cup Shield keeping him alive for now. The Gehenna popping off for cooldowns. Quick Fear by Adva with a Decimate Bolt set up to Gehenna. Should be quite a lot of damage with those with the Demon Bolts, but does he have the big procs? Those Demon Bolts are 100% crit and do more damage when they do crit. But Gehenna looks like it's going to be just fine for the time being. Adva busting out the Tyrant, even though the Feral is going for a full reset. The pets are empowered to last a little bit longer. Maybe those pets will have a chance at potentially busting through the Flesh Scaff Shield that is Gehenna's. The Tyrant finally able to get at least one cast off. Does he get two? Got two! That's more than enough. More than we expect out of a Tyrant. Because these Tyrants sometimes, dude, they end up trying to get a cast, but then don't really ever get a cast off. But this can get two. He might as well be the lucky lottery winner for that case. Decimated Bolt getting set up by Adver yet again. Has the stun locks on the Gehenna, but that's going to be a bar skin for the Druid, as every time he sees the Decimated Bolt, he better bar skin just because he knows the Demon Bolts are going to be coming out. I guess Ava could wait out with those demon bolts that are empowered for a little bit later, and then raw Gehenna. Quick maim by the Feral Druid, looking to rod Adva down. I think he might just have him here. Does Adva have anything at all? Looks like Gehenna taking him out. Might have been a shadow mode there, because I did see a drain life out of Adva. It looked like it got canceled, so potentially there was a shadow meld for Gehenna just to get that kind of an upper hand over the Warlock. Talion swapping to the Fury. Actually, I was gonna say sticking to the Arms Warrior for some reason, but he is Fury with Night Feint chance. So we'll see if this works out. It feels like we haven't seen Fury Warriors compete in the 5v5 1v1 duels in a while, haven't we? Huh. Affliction Warlock dots survivability need to be buffed, and the ramp up damage shouldn't be countered by insta heal. I kind of agree with that. Yeah, I think Affliction Warlocks could get a buff in some case. Gehenna opening up onto Tyrant. Full dots are up, just sinking the dots, and it looks like he just wants to rod the guy away. Tyrant making sure to get those charges in versus Gehenna. At least got that charge in with a Bloodthirst. But he is already melting. The man's already rotten. He doesn't have the rage to even go for a ignore pain. Gonna be a trinket out of the stun as he leapt towards the Feral, leapt towards danger. That's gonna be a Thorns as he tried to belf it. Looks like he can't. So Tyrant might just have to find a way just to deal with Gehenna. Maybe just keep him at bay for a bit. Is gonna charge in, hidden to Thorns, short maim, gonna be Shackles. Does he wait to reflect the Shackles? It's gonna reflect the Immortal Strike or the Aquatic effect of the Shackles to some extent. Trying to stay on top of Gehenna with Raging Blows out. That's gonna be interrupt onto that Cyclone. Gonna be a free Flash Cup for the Druid with a Shattering Throw for Talion Bay, able to blast through a good portion of that Flesh Gift. And looks like the Flesh Craft is just done just like that, just got removed. Gehenna trying to get a lockdown with a stun onto Talion. Does he go for the root strat? Talion used to have a way out of those roots. Looks like the bleeds broke him out of the roots. As long as you stay on Gehenna, you'll be okay. Wall up for the Feral Druid as he's preparing for some big damage out of Talion. He's preparing, treating him like a real competitor. Blaze-Storm out for the Warrior is going to go for a bit of a rallying cry to give him extra bonus health. That Thorns is just destroying him right now, though. Talion looking to back the hell out of there. I think the bleeds might have him. I don't think he has a way to heal outside of this, though. Somebody's healing him. It looks like the rallying cry falls off, the bleeds. keep doing what they do, and the warrior comes, and the warrior goes down, boys. That is super unfortunate. Fury Warrior versus a Feral Druid. He has such a good go Gehenna with that wall just to lock out a lot of that damage, and then just the daz, the thorns, no way to remove it. The warrior just tried to do what he could. If only maybe it was Arms Warrior, then you could have like a second wind where you could leap away, take no damage. Second wind starts healing or something, but even then, I think the dodge is what really killed him. Gehenna tried to see if he could go for a juke versus Talon Rise. The Paladin looking to set something up here. Belve onto Gehenna. There's going to be a Barskin. Trick us out of it as soon as he sees the cooldowns out of Talon Rise. Talon playing the Night Fae Paladin. Trying to see if he can make the Blessing of Summer work and do the damage for him. Gehenna is going to back the hell out of there, though. Getting out of the complete. The Talon losing out on the big damage opportunity with the Night Fae Legend, the Night Fae Covenant ability, where he has a baseline 40% chance to do 30% more damage as Holy. Looks like getting locked down by the Feral for a second, forced to use Blessing of Protection. And that's a free cycle by the kitty. I was going to say Talon Rise is at least, if not he's able to use his Holy damage proc for the Night Fae, at least he's able to go into other blessings. Like there's a whole blessing for self-healing, blessing for cooldown reduction, which could be good for bubble, blessing of protection, shield of vengeance, all things like that. So potentially that's what he could get. It's going to be the cooldown reduction blessing. It's going to get that shield of vengeance just slightly quicker. Blessing of protection also slightly quicker. Wings slightly quicker, so you have another go. And it helps out a ton. A shield of vengeance is back up. If the Feral wants to get back in, it looks like Bear Form, Flesh Scaft, just to keep himself alive and floating. Talon Rice is going to get stunned up. Has a trigger for it. Hodge onto Gehenna. Does not have wings for a while, but Shield of Vengeance is available. Maestro want to focus on his own health bar, though. Big bleeds are coming out for Gehenna with a full root onto Talon Rice. Just hoping that the dots do work by themselves. But as soon as Talon Rice decides, you know what, I'm going to stay on him. I'm going to keep putting pressure. Gehenna decides, you know what, let's get in there. A couple more shreds, a quick bite, and force a bubble out of the Paladin. So far, the Paladin is a little behind. The only advantage he has is he has wings coming up, and Gehenna is not going to have a trigger for it. It's definitely going to have a Barskin, but if Talon Rise could potentially make some kind of big burst damage happen, because all his cooldowns together for that set of wings with a Hodge, it might stand a chance. The Thorns are going to make it very difficult for him to commit any kind of damage. Is going to get hit with a Bash, Shackles of Malediction, stun for that Shackles, full wings are up, trying to make the most go happen here with a Blessing of Winter. Doesn't really do the most amount of damage, but at least is going to hopefully slow Gehenna down a little bit, slow down the auto attack speed, which I don't think Pharaohs will rely on that for PvP, which is an interesting buff. Talon Rise just trying to do what he can while wings are up. Word of Glory spam is really strong right now, and that's the only thing that's keeping him away from the brink of death. Stun to Gehenna, trinkets out of it. He has the Paladin in his sights. He wants to end the quick maim, and looks like Gehenna's just going for a Moonfire spam. I don't really know what Gehenna was trying to do. Was he just trying to go for a reset, maybe away from the platform, away from the that side of the arena? Maybe that's what he's trying to do, because now Chokes is right next to him, and Gehenna needs to get in there, kill that one Paladin, and now face the next one without even having the mobility to at least back the hell out of there in the first place. But potentially could maybe get a root. That's going to be a wings available for Chokes. Look at just to end the Druid, take him out of the game completely. Does he get to? He does. Oh my goodness, Gehenna with the damage. That is so tough to deal with. Oh my god, and the BM by Chokes, with Jesus going to be up next as a Necrolord Unholy Death Knight. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Trying to get some dots out of Chokes. Unholy DK is being very burst heavy. Chokes did just use his own burst cooldown just now, so maybe Jesus might have something to work with here. Jesus, Joe, getting slammed down completely just with a couple of those Tempest verdicts. His health just dropped to, I don't even know, just 2% from it's like 5%, maybe 10. What would be a fair number here? It dropped really low. Jesus just gripping everything in. Sounds out of Chokes will not be able to use a lot of his own self heals for a while. Has a Wake of Ashes to stun all these ghouls and abominations if he needs to. And it looks like his abomination is gone. The ghouls are getting cleaved down. Jesus looks like he's alive in AOK for now. Chokes also alive in AOK, but for Jesus, it looks like he used quite a lot of his defenses with AMS as well as AMZ. Used a lot of his offensive cooldowns as well. Sacrificing the pet and resummoning a fresh one just so he can maybe maintain himself. But only IBF is the only thing that's really keeping him potentially in the game. Chokes could recover. He has bubble and blessing of protection still. Blessing of protection not really going to stop Jesus. But the bubble will. That's going to be Shackles of Addiction for the Unholy DK, just trying to put pressure on the Chokes. No healing for the Paladin. IBF available, so Jesus at least not sending CC. That's going to be his own pet and power. They're gripping the Paladin in, while Paladin's kind of low in health. That's going to be Chokes trying not to give up Blessing of Protection or Bubble to the Death Knight just yet. Trying to get some damage in. Holy Power Generation is available. Has a Wake of Ashes to stun the pet, and Jesus backing up out of there completely. Looks like he just blew the AMS maybe a little early, seeing Chokes going for some damage. But maybe after that first encounter, just walked up, hit him with the Tempest Verdict. That was it, dude. Or the final verdict. And the good portion of Jesus' health was just gone out of the game. Silence on the Paladin. He's not deterred. He's staying in. He's trying to stay in. Getting wings proc, but it looks like it, or maybe real wings, shrinking out of Chokes and taking down the Death Knight. Just putting it, oh, another BM flag of ownership. That is actually so BM. Looks like Pascals is going to be up next over on Team 2. As Team 2 actually get a chance to play. Chokes did not burn a... looks like Chokes did burn a real set of wings, though. I was going to say, did not burn a bubble, did not burn a buff for that one. But it looks like he did burn a real set of wings. So you just had to wait it out for a while. Slow into Pascals is going to be in cap by the Monk. Playing out that BDB burst. Chokes might have to bubble or bob this. Big damage is choosing to bubble out of it. He knows that BDB burst is huge and Pascals has plenty of damn with the Zoen images and everything. So Chokes did have to burn a big immunity. We'll see if he has an answer for the next go. Because Pascals with just a set of images with Stormwrath and Fire and BDB by himself without his Zoen, maybe with a trinket on use, he could do a lot of damage just by himself. He got that legendary that keeps his Tiger Palm moving next to his enemy, so he can always stay on top of Chokes, not given an opportunity to get any kind of resets, always able to get an interrupt if he needs to. Vistafira flying Chokes with a Shield of Vengeance. Does he have anything to follow up here? There's a wall available for Pascals and Chokes as soon as he sees the Monk bail out of there. Gonna go for self-healing. Pascal's looking for a health recovery as well. So we got the mobility versus mobility, the most mobile dismounted class versus most mobile mounted class. Trinket for Chokes with a stun into Pascals immediately. That's not going to be human racial on him just yet to get out of the stun. Karma used for Pascals really early. Seeing quite a bit of burst from Chokes. Going to be slow around the corner, and Chokes doesn't have any more mobility. Able to catch up near Pascals for a second. Disarmed, but doesn't really need a weapon. He has literally the holy might in his hands. He literally doesn't need a weapon. He got hammers for days. Big hammer proc from around the corner line of sight, and Chokes actually just collapsed down the Monk with hammers from line of sight. He just stands one tall. He gets the procs and the rest of them hammers. The whole tool shed goes flying after that Monk. Jesus Christ. Well, we know who Jesus Christ... I think Jesus Christ... Yeah, Jesus Christ definitely, because I think Jesus Christ is on Chokes' side. This man is a holy warrior. Hodge onto Unlucky then, trying to get some damage into the rogue for freebie. Unlucky is trying to walk out of it, maybe waiting out for the Shield of Vengeance. Choke still has Blessing of Protection, so the next stun could be really bad. Unlucky going in for Shadow Meld with a Cloak of Shadows, does get himself a clean reset. Waited out of the Shield of Vengeance for as long as he could. And Chokes could be in a bad spot. Blessing of Protection immediately as soon as he sees Rogue go for some damage. And that's going to be the Rogue with the Vanish. As soon as he sees Blessing of Protection, he's out of there. Chokes better have himself full health. Unlucky could go for the full reset, and Chokes might be able to play proactively here. That is a Rogue. He could go to sap him on the eyes. Chokes is trying to kind of predict where the Rogue might be, picking up the eyes, and Unlucky. He better be lucky here. If he gets any unluckier, then Chokes is going to be able to find him, lock him out of that opener. 100% crit legendary gone. And looks like Chokes might just have to go for another set of eyes. He's not seen the Rogue anywhere. But Unlucky now is able to camp out that other eye, just kind of charging at Chokes, hits him with a sap. The Paladin has Blessing of Bubble very, very soon. Trinket very, very soon as well. Got a pretty aggressive stun into Unlucky. Big hammer procs. Stun by the Rogue. Has a Bubble coming up very, very soon. Trinket available very, very soon. Does he burn either one of those two? Bubble is burned as soon as he sees Unlucky. Goes to... Oh my... What just... Oh my god. Unlucky is in the name. Oh my god. And Poet. Oh my goodness. Poet. Oh my god, you went bold. Oh, I like your tattoos. And the tabard too. It looks good. Gonna be Piccolo of the Flaming Eye, or stun available for Chokes. Does not have any more immunities. So I think this was... Demon Hunter might just be able to end him. Flames, oh my god, the Fel rushes back to back just to catch up to the Paladin, taking him out of the game immediately. And Cracker using that hand of hindrance from the Paladin just to get some range away from Poet, waiting out for his cooldowns. He doesn't need to be fighting the guy immediately. He doesn't need to be rushing at him. Gonna be that Reflect as Poet is gonna go for a Rain of Fire from above. Cracker's gonna take a bit of that damage. Got himself a flesh cap down below. Stun onto Poet with a full Warbreaker. Does not have the banner burst or anything. Just quick execute and taking him out. Yo, Team Cracker gotta go again, dude. We gotta get it back in there. Yo, this Chokes guy, my man. Gehenna with 1.2 million damage. Yo, Feral Druids as a Necrolord is just a cheat code and a half, dude. Actually, cheat code.